Hey everybody, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. It's been a long time, about over a week, but I had an issue with the Astrobot playthrough. No, it's not being abandoned. I'm actually trying to fix it. I think I'm just going to have to redo a level or two, but yeah, had a little snag with the Astrobot uploads, but they are coming. I've already gotten several of them transferred over to my little USB. All I gotta do is edit them up, make sure they're all hunky dory, and then process them for a few hours, and they should be done. So one should be up on the channel soon after this video comes out. But in the meantime, I wanted to play some more Zelda because I haven't played Zelda in a long time. And honestly, I'm actually extremely excited to play more of this. Now, question is it Y or A? I think it's A. I was wrong. It's Y. Alright, so I think we got the Ocarina of Time. Yep, there it is. And I can't remember what we were doing, but I think we were trying to, like, take care of some... Hold on, I'm trying to get... There we go. I wanted it angled differently. I believe we were trying to get some Skulltulas, but I genuinely don't remember. Also, I do know that this series does not perform that well. Heck, my last episode of this has got 6 views. And I do understand this is a subpar playthrough of, like, Zelda, Ocarina of Time. In fact, it's mostly like a podcast with visuals. But until I get better software, better hardware and stuff, this is the only way I can actually capture this. So, it'll have to do, pig. It'll have to do. But I love this game. Or at least I want to love it. And I love Zelda. I've been playing a ton of Tears of the Kingdom and a ton of, like, Breath of the Wild again. I've also been playing a ton of Hyrule Warriors, strangely enough. The sequel, not the original. Hold on a minute. No, it's not that one, is it? Unless, hold on. Can I? I thought you could use this to grab that. No, but I can grab bugs if I want. I mean, I have a fairy. I already have a bug. I should definitely keep an empty bottle. Okay, so I can just farm rupees this way? That's good to know. But I still love gaming. I still love gaming, but I will be honest. I've been playing more older games than newer games. Like, I've been playing a ton of my PS2 with some of my discs. I've been playing a ton of, like, older PS4 games. And I've been playing a ton of Switch. The only games I'm excited for this month is Lego Party. Well, I already have Lego Party, but I want to get it on PlayStation as well. But I have the Switch version right now. The only reason I want it on PlayStation is so I can record it. Because I think that playthrough could genuinely be fun. And I genuinely enjoy it. It's a good party game. It fits my personal party tastes. And I am extremely excited for Avatar the fighting game. And I'm excited for Halo. Those are the games I'm the most excited for. Okay, that didn't do anything. But 3 games is not that much in terms of gaming excitement. Like the only other things I'm excited for are Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen or Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen and nope, that's it. That's it. Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen. I should be excited for Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. That is a port, but I've bought the Metal Gear Solid trilogy Metal Gear Solid series so many times over and over and over. I'm kind of getting tired of them re-releasing the games over and over and over, and I just want them to make a new style of Metal Gear Solid game. Or I actually just miss stealth games in general. There's not a lot of stealth games being made these days, and no, Assassin's Creed does not count. I was going to get Black Flag resynced, but honestly, I don't really care for it. Like, maybe, maybe I will. I don't know. I completed Black Flag so long ago. In fact, it kind of just makes me want to, like, replay the old one. What's over here? I can't even go over here. Wait, there is a sign. Lake Hylia. Interesting, it's closed off. What were we supposed to be doing? Uh... No, we need one more piece. Oh, we have... Wait, hold on. We have all of the spiritual stones. Which means I think we're supposed to go to the Temple of Time. So let us... Why is there a random hole in the ground? Wait, what? It's closed again. Was that the same hole Can I just farm rupees? Yeah, I think we're supposed to go to the Temple of Time. But is there anything else that I can do here is the question. I was super excited for the Ocarina of Time remake, but it's going to be switched to exclusive, meaning I'm probably never going to get a chance to play it. Like, I can't really see myself as buying more consoles when I already have so many. I mean, I have a Wii, modded, of course, has tons of games on it, plus I have tons of, like, physical Wii games. I have a modded PS2 with tons of games built in on it, and I have a ton of PS2 games. I have a PS5 with literally years worth of digital games on it, and I've built up a sizable chunk of physical games lately. And I have a Nintendo Switch with a bunch of digital games and quite a few physical games. And I have a GameCube, which I don't know why I have it, because the Wii can play GameCube games. And I have a few GameCube games as well. So, in fact, I have literally the most expensive, or one of the most expensive Zelda games with Twilight Princess on GameCube. So, I wanna do a series on that eventually. Crap. Let's take the bombs off. Let's put that there. And honestly, put the Deku stick up there because I don't really see myself as using the... I gotta remember that the C stick doesn't do anything. Well, it doesn't control the camera. Alright. But I think we have to go to the Temple of Time and turn into Adult Link. And then we get to cycle between Adult and Kid Link. That's probably something they're going to do as well. They're probably going to change it so that you can literally play the Ocarina to turn into Child and Adult Link at any time. I think that might even be in this game, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh. Oh, we're at 200. I don't need a farm anymore. I just want to be prepared for the eventual necessary Goron tunic. But aside from Halo, I really do not know of any person or anything that I really want from this generation. Like, I am not a GTA guy, so GTA 6 concerns me not one whit. But hold on a minute. Before we do this, I actually want to do something. I want to go to Kakariko Village, which is... oh, okay. I remember now. It's up here. But yeah, I'm finding myself enjoying retro gaming more than modern gaming. Not to say I don't enjoy modern gaming's like quality of life improvements over retro gaming. Definitely approve of that. But I just I prefer a game to feel like a video game. I'm so hoping Halo feels like a video game. I really am excited for that game. But I need to start building my collection of games that I truly don't want lost to time for the PS4 on the console again. Because I sold a ton of my PS4 games that I genuinely had fun with. And I never rebought them physically ever again. That has to change. Wait, hold a minute. Wait, no. Hold on a minute. Maybe I don't have to. But for anyone in like wondering, there are a few PS5 games that I genuinely think are worth buying, but the PS4 games that mean the most to me are games. So I want a PS4 version of Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls, because that's my favorite Diablo and I still play it religiously to this day. I have it on Xbox 360. I found it for $2, so I do have a physical copy, just not for a console that I play. But I want the PS4 version of Diablo Reaper of Souls. I want the PS4 version of Resident Evil 4 Remake because I genuinely think that is the best remake to ever be created for the Resident Evil franchise. Fight me on that. I genuinely love it. I want to get a physical copy of Dragon's Dogma 2. I want to get a physical copy of Metal Gear Solid: The Phantom Pain again. I've bought that. I gotta make a list. Wait, this is Death Mountain. But I gotta make a list because there's a few PS4 titles that I want back in my collection, and once I get them back, I'm not going to get rid of them. I wouldn't even mind like having the Ratchet and Clank reboot on PS4 because I genuinely like the reboot more than I like the like Rift Apart game. Yeah. Am I still wearing the mask? No, now I am. Yes. Here's my money. You sold the 30 rupee mask to a kid for full price, and he didn't mind paying at all. Yeah, I remember that. Also, I think now we can actually do Dompe's challenge, which is underneath one of these tombstones, but I think we gotta be here at night. So now we can go to Hyrule Castle, because I wanted to do that, get that over with. But yeah, the more I think about gaming, the more I realize that as I age, I'm going to wean further and further away from it. But I don't want the love for gaming to die entirely, and I will not let it. But I do admit that it's probably going to slow down as time goes on. But we'll see. There's another. I also want to get the physical like version of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, the Switch version. I never beat that game. I had the GameCube version. I loved the crap out of it. Unfortunately, I sold it because halfway through I stopped loving the crap out of it. I genuinely thought it was a okay but not great game. But I kind of want to go back and finish that. So these are the masks that Bunny Hood. Yeah, I'll buy it. Now, quick question. Does the bunny hood in this game like give you like super speed, because in Majora's Mask it gives you super speed. Nope, but I do enjoy them. The fact they gave the ears like floppy physics is kind of cute, but not a lot of them. But who would want a bunny mask? I kind of want to give this mask away already. I have not talked to a single person that I would think would want a bunny mask. So you know what? If I do not know, it is time to consult the great guide, which I actually had to move into this room because, fun fact, I'm actually in my bedroom now instead of the living room, because it's just more convenient because I have a wall socket. And believe it or not, recording these episodes for this game actually drains the crap out of my battery. So, also, I was looking up Prima of like strategy guides for some of the Nintendo 64 and PS2 games that I genuinely love playing. Some of these guides get so damn expensive, it's insane. Like the Prima strategy guide for Leaf Green and Fire Red is $129. Keep in mind, these like Prima official strategy guides go for, when they released, $14.99. Let's see, it says $14.99 US, Canada is $17.95, and UK is $11.99 in UK money. But a no more than $25-$30 like booklet or instruction or strategy guide going for over $100, which is more than some video games, is insane. So, where is the mask? It's in the appendix. I don't want to spoil the main armor. The Mask of Truth. Okay, so so this is a mask I've never actually completed before. So we have to find a marathon runner who runs around Hyrule Field, which, honestly, that might be difficult. I have never once encountered him during my playthrough, so let's see if we can just run around and find him. I assume he would be like on the roads or something. I'm assuming he would be on the roads. I mean, like, why wouldn't he? Unless the marathon runner is a random, like, spawn, which could be trouble. But it's probably not going to be that much trouble. Wait, I can grab it? Let me guess, I need the Goron bracelet to do that. Hmm. Oh, no, all the things are waking up. Also, wouldn't it be just funny if, like, ooh, nice. Wouldn't it be funny if or if the marathon runner was just trapped in one of these, like, holes? Well, I was hoping that would work. What if he's running around Lon Lon Ranch? He could totally be running around Lon Lon Ranch. Yep. Come here. Come here. I want to talk to you. All right. No. I hate you guys. I just go away. They don't even hit me. This is kind of bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. They're not even hurting me. No. Whew. Thank God. Normally I wouldn't do this because that wasn't that hard, but we're gonna save because if I die after that, I'm gonna be very frustrated. I do agree. I probably should have like done that mask when I got a bigger wallet like the manual said. Because now I basically have like wasted what could be a max like amount of money on something like that. But as a completionist, I don't mind grinding out a little bit of money. And I would definitely not care to farm like that guy later on for money because finding him was a pain in the ass. Like I could guarantee you without the guide you'd just be running around Hyrule Field. Or you'd probably wouldn't even know that there's a marathon runner. Like, he was very obscure. I've played this game several times, not to completion, but I've played it several times, and I didn't even know there was a marathon runner in Hyrule Field. And I knew he might be near Lon Lon Ranch. It just made sense for him to spawn near like something like that. Look at that. We got the in-game item, the Mask of Truth. And I believe what's the couple say? There's also the funny thing is the Mask of Truth. Wait, hold on a minute. The mask there's a mini game in this like area which is completely based off of luck. And I believe this allows you to kind of break that mini game. But I do not remember where it is. It's somewhere in town. I think we can get a good reward from it too. Here's the archery range, I think. Yeah, that's the shooting gallery. Which, I'll be honest, I don't really care for. I can't remember. Is it over here? Yep. So now we can do, I want to do that real quick and then we'll actually go to the Temple of Time. Because I'm pretty deep into the episode and I haven't actually done anything. So we just gotta wait here till it gets dark. And then we can resume. Just waiting. Okay, so Bigoron's sword is an entire like secondary quest line that just causes you to I don't know if I actually want to do that quest line, I'll be honest. No! Ah, shit. I waited all that time and then that happened. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of salty. Like, I waited all that time and then it just closed on me. I'm actually very upset. I'm very upset. I'm so upset that I am furious. Like, a day-night cycle isn't super long, so I completely understand, but it's just very frustrating. Very frustrating. Because now I gotta wait even longer. And yeah, this is just frustrating. Good thing I have this to read. But yeah, listen to this. The secret to Bigoron's sword. As an adult, Link gets the opportunity to buy a giant's knife from Medigoron in Goron City. For 200 rupees, you can buy this very fragile two-handed sword, guaranteed to break soon after you equip it in the first time. Bigoron, who waits near the entrance to Death Mountain Crater, will warn you about his brother's shop, and insist that he is the brother with the true sword-making skills. But if you present him with the broken sword you bought from his brother, he won't offer to fix it. There's another way to get one of Bigoron's well-crafted swords, however. In Kakariko Village, the Cuckoo Lady will give you one of her new pocket cuckoos. If you make it happy by using it to wake up people, such as their perpetually sleeping Talon, she'll be so delighted she'll give you another bird to take care of. This starts a long cycle of trading and errand running that ends with Bigoron's sword in your inventory. Here's how it goes. And then you have like literally 9 steps to get the sword. It's actually quite ridiculous. The hag in the secret potion shop. Now that's evil. Like the hag in the secret potion shop. What? I don't even know about the hag in the secret potion shop. Alright. Alright, good. Now we can do this. Yeah, I don't even know the hag in the potion shop. And then we got all these dogs just doing their thing. And also, I do understand that this Zelda series is more like a giant live stream than anything, which honestly I don't mind. Now, excuse me while I do one more thing before the series continues, or the video continues. Alright, I am back. I had to go check on my clothes. Sorry for the delay. But now we can do this. I wonder if the Mask of Truth actually does anything, or Is there a lens of truth? I think there's also a lens of truth. Well, I got that right. I'm going to do this one. Oh, well. Well, it was worth a shot. You know what? I want to know the mask of truth. Wait, seriously, what does the mask of truth actually do? Holy crap. There's a lot of stuff. Good lord, there's a lot of stuff in this game's post-game. Like, I can't imagine how many hours people sunk into this game. Alright. Well, we got the Mask of Truth. That's what counts. And I don't know what else it does. But Wes put the Ocarina back. And honestly, the Deku sticks can go back on. Alright, it's time to advance the story and finally turn into Adult Link. Also, I do want to use the Mask of Truth in this section right here. They say that Gerudos sometimes come to Hyrule Castle Town to look for boyfriends. So, I think the one thing I love about Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is the fact that those games fully flesh out the Zelda series. And the fact is, Gerudos call men who enter their domain Vais. I don't know if they call them Vais in this game, but they do in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. But Vais are men, or Vos. It might be Vo, because Vi might be women, Vo might be men. But either way, they don't want men in the town of Gerudo. Or the town, they don't want men in the place that they live, Gerudo Town. And I think the reason for that is, and I'm going to take it like this. I think the reason for that is they don't want another. Actually, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I don't know why. I was going to say maybe it's because they don't want another man Gerudo being born and causing some, I don't know, maybe another Ganondorf, but then that doesn't make sense because they have Gerudo children. So obviously they are allowed to do the deed with a man. They just can't have men in town. You know, I'm going to look that up. I want to know exactly why that happens. So I'll look that up later. So now, I think we just play Zelda's Lullaby. And then maybe we will go and get the big Ron sword. We got the Mask of Truth already. That's pretty good. The Song of Time. Is that it? So up, no, left, up, right. So, wait, no. Damn it. No. There we go. Wait, what? Okay, I get it now. I get it. So it's the Song of Time. So the Song of Time is like left A down, left A down. All right, so let's see if I can remember that. Left A, left. I already forgot it. Left A down. There we go. I remembered it. There they go, floating. God, I wish I could play the music here. It's genuinely fantastic. All right, let's go change into a man. The Master Sword. You get the Master Sword so easily in this game. Like, it's literally part of the story. In every other Zelda game, the Master Sword is incredibly difficult to get. Like in Breath of the Wild, you have to have a certain amount of hearts. And then you just go to Korok Forest and you pull it from the stone. In Tears of the Kingdom, they did away with the whole hearts thing and requires 2 full circles of stamina, which should be easier to get than a bunch of hearts, but honestly, it's not even remotely easier to get a bunch of stamina. However, the shrines in Tears of the Kingdom are far more interesting to delve into, so I probably should have gotten the Master Sword already. But the funny thing about the Master Sword in Tears of the Kingdom is you also have to get on top of a dragon and pull it from the dragon's skull. And that's metal as hell. The one soundbite of voice clip, or the one like voice clip. Raul. So this guy is basically the same great wise one as Tears of the Kingdom, Raul. Just to, like, there's so many different universes for Link. Like, it's genuinely a multiverse. And there's debates of which Link is better. A lot of people say Ocarina of Time's Link is the most, like, efficient. But honestly, I think Twilight Princess's Link is probably the most deadly. And then the most resourceful is, like, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom Link. But I genuinely think that Twilight Princess Link would be the best in combat. Because that Link has some malice to him. This Link is a kid at heart and just is a kid in an adult body. So it's like kid at heart thing. This is the literal like definition of that. He's a kid in a man's body. Honestly, 7 years is not a short amount of time. I actually started reading that. Like, that's something I don't do a lot. I don't read a lot at all. But video games is a medium that still makes me read if the writing is well written. If the writing is not well written, it does. I just don't care. And there are instances where I just genuinely do not care to like read like like page after page of script. And there are moments where some old games with pages of script genuinely drag on far longer than they need to. That's what makes classics like The Legend of Dragoon so hard for me to complete, is because there's like 40 to 50 minutes of literal page turning reading, and you don't get anywhere close to action for several, like, well, 30 minutes on end. Sometimes I think there's a cutscene in that game that literally, if you were to read it as a normal human and didn't speed read it, it would probably take you 50 minutes to read everything. And I can't imagine how many people did not actually play that game because of that pacing issue. However, I think that, like, I think that Legend of Dragoon genuinely had good writing, so it kept you intrigued and interested. House of the Dead. Shikens. Yep. So Kakariko Village. So now we all go on a huge quest to find the sages, and the first sage is obviously Saria. That's the first sage. And yeah, we go on this long, arduous journey. However, we have Adult Link, but as Adult Link, you can't use any of these weapons, at all. And I think the reason that I would love oh my god, what's the freaking name of that sword? It's so weird. The Bigoron, that's the Bigoron sword. I remembered it. But the Bigoron sword is definitely a quest that I would probably want to do just so I have a great weapon for Big Link, because I think Big Link can actually use it. But the problem with the Bigoron sword is I really don't want to do the secret of the Bigoron sword. Also, I'm going to say Big Goron sword. I know it's Bigoron sword, but that Big Goron sword it's Bigoron's, but it's just Big Goron. But listen to this. So first step is give the pocket cuckoo to the cuckoo lady and use it to wake Talon up. Then return to get Kujiro, the crowless rooster. Use Kojiro to wake up the carpenter's boss. Wait, what? Use Kojiro to wake the carpenter bosses. That is bad grammar. Use Kojiro to wake the carpenter's boss's son, sleeping in the lost woods next to the lone skull kid's tree. He'll give you the delicate, odd mushroom to take back to the hag in the secret potion shop. You have a limited amount of time to do this, so make sure you have opponent at the ready to race you back to Kakariko. Give the old mushroom to the crone who runs a potion shop laboratory. Oh, it just tells you. Give the odd mushroom to the crone who runs a potion shop laboratory in the house behind the former market potion shop, and she'll whip up an odd potion. Hurry this back to the boy in the Lost Woods before he becomes a monster. No matter how fast you run, when you arrive back at the Lost Woods, you'll find the boy gone and a Kokiri girl in his place. Show her the odd potion, and she'll confiscate it and give you a poacher's saw in return. Return the poacher's saw to the boy's father, the carpenter boss, now fixing the bridge to the Gerudo Valley, and he'll give you his broken Goron sword. Take the broken Goron sword to Big Goron, and he'll offer to fix it finally after you get him the special eye drops he needs to clear his eyes after Death Mountain's recent eruption. He'll hand you a prescription to take back to King Zora in Zora's domain. King Zora will give you the main ingredient for the eye drops, an eyeball frog, and request that you hurry over to Lake Hylia, where the scientists will fill the prescription. Again, you have a strict time limit, so have Epona ready. And then it goes on and on and on, and finally you go back and give him the eye drops. Like, that is an insane amount of stuff for a sword. But I guess it could. That's probably something you could never do. And that's cryptic as all hell. I was speaking so long that my phone went into sleep mode. That's so much stuff to worry about. And apparently that sword is supposed to be just as strong or a little bit like weaker than the like Deku sticks. So having it for Adult Link would be fantastic. But do I really want it is the question. So now we got to go to Kakariko Village. So we're going to go to Kakariko Village, and then we're going to call the episode there. And then this turns into a post shop when you are, like, Adult Link. Oh God, health. It probably doesn't take you that long to do, realistically. But still. Like, the world isn't as big as it appears to be. But it also sounds like you need Epona for the, like, for the Bigoron sword as well. So we probably need to go to Lon Lon Ranch and get Epona. And also, you only get Epona when you are an adult, so you have to be an adult to do this. Is that Malin? No, that's the evil guy. Sure. No. So now, if I recall, I just play Epona's song. which I learned from Malin. Yeah, so up, left, right. Up, left, right. Up, left, right. So up, left, right. No. God damn it. So up, left, right. Up, left, right. Hello, Epona. So we can just ride Epona now. Yes, I'm done. So we just got to get Epona. Which means I think we got to talk to Malin. Which I believe she's in here working. Because I believe he's forcing her to work. Or rather, she's the only one that takes care of the animals. And let me... Alright. Up, left, right. Up, left, right. Up, left, right. Never mind. Well, that didn't work. I thought that would do something, but it didn't do anything. Also, I've been pushing the wrong button the entire time. I'm actually very sad. What if I play Epona's song out here? There it is. See, Epona does try to, like... Honestly, 10 rupees is not that much. There's a lot of fluff going on. I gotta, like, find a way to race them. I like how you pay 10 rupees, you literally get 1 minute to ride a horse. Some people probably couldn't even get on a horse in a minute. And here's the super cuckoo room. What's up here? Oh my god, I can climb up here now because I'm adult. What's that? Nothing? Wait, what? I can get up here? What's the point of being able to get up there? Actually, what's the point of this room? I feel like there's supposed to be something here. Hmm. Well, I think this is actually a good point to leave off the episode. I've been recording a long time, so we're going to save properly, and then we will save this, and now we will reset the game. But yeah, thank you all for watching this episode. This has been more of a relaxed episode, and I know I did a lot of talking, but we did make a lot of progress as well. So in the next episode, I want to focus more on the story, but I also want to get Epona, and I would like to start the Bigoron's sword quest, but not finish it, so to speak. Because I can probably, like, grab a few items, but not get to the part where I have to speedrun. And I can always, like, use the save state to save before I start the time quest, and then if I fail, just restart the time quest and so forth. Because I don't know if this game has a permanent, like, failure state for the quest lines, and I know that some games did. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next part of either Zelda or Astrobot. Take care, everybody.